In this video I have the integral of cosecant squared of x over the square root of cotangent of x minus 1. And if I don't see a way to approach this at the beginning, my first method is always to go with the u substitution. I think I've mentioned this before in other videos. And if I have a radical expression, normally I either let u equal to the entire radical or just the radicand. So I'll go with u equal to the cotangent of x minus 1. That's the radicand. And if that doesn't give me something I can work with, then I just let it equal to the entire radical. One or the other will work, because we know here that the derivative of cotangent of x is minus cosecant squared. Again, we don't have the negative, but that's okay. The main thing is the function. So du is equal to derivative of this expression, derivative of cotangent is cosecant squared of x. And then we have the dx. And that works out nicely because we have cosecant squared x dx. And this is a minus here. So now what I'll do, since I have a cosecant squared x dx in the numerator, this right here, then I'll multiply both sides of this expression here, the du part here, by negative 1. That'll make the right side positive, put the negative over here, and of course the cotangent of x minus 1 here under the radical, the radicand, that's going to be my u. So the objective here is to transform this integral to one involving the variable u. Now once I have that set up, then we just go with the transformation. So this will be the integral for the numerator cosecant squared x dx. This right here, that's minus du. I'll put the minus out in front here. Du will be here. At the denominator I have the square root of cotangent x minus 1, but that's u. And I prefer to have this with a rational exponent here. So I'll make, instead of the square root, I'm going to put u to the 1/2. And now I'm going to integrate with respect to u. So I'll bring this to the numerator, changes the sign. So it'll be u to the negative 1/2 du. And then we add 1 to the exponent, gives me a 1/2. So I'll have u to the 1/2. And then I divide the coefficient, which is a 1 or a negative 1 here, by 1/2. This is going to be a negative 2, plus the constant of integration. And then we're through with the integration. Now it's just a matter of going back to the original variable. Don't want to leave your answer in this form here. So okay, this will be u here. And the u is cotangent of x minus 1. And I can put 1/2 right here as the exponent. If I want to write it as a radical, I can just put this under the square root of x, the square root radical. So square root of cotangent of x minus 1. Still got the minus 2 here. Then it's plus the constant of integration. This one is one, again, that easy to check. Take the derivative. Make sure you get the integrand if you have time. So this is going to be 1/2 times the negative 2. It's going to give me a negative 1 there. And then I'll subtract 1 from the exponent there. Give me a negative 1/2. Take that to the denominator and change the sign. And of course, make it into a radical to match the original answer. And then you take the derivative. Here we're using the chain rule. Derivative of cotangent of x. That's minus cosecant squared of x. But then you have the negative 1. Remember the 2 canceled. Have the negative 1. And you get the positive cosecant squared of x. So again, the final answer for this one is negative 2 cotangent of x minus 1 to the 1/2 power plus the constant of integration. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.